Coordination in plants. You see plants all around you, but are they of the same size or height? Of course not. You see big trees, medium-sized shrubs, and even small plant saplings. This tells us that plants exhibit growth changes as well as some movements. This type of coordination in plants is achieved due to the presence of plant hormones. Unlike animals, plants do not have any muscular system or nervous system, but they are still able to show movement and also coordination. These movements are always controlled and not random. Let us learn more about the coordination in plants. What is coordination in plants? Coordination is the ability to use different parts of the plant together smoothly and efficiently. In plants, coordination is due to the result of a chemical system wherein plant hormones or phytohormones play a major role. Now we will study different types of movements in plants. Movements in plants. Plants exhibit two types of movements. They are growth dependent movements called tropic movements and non-growth dependent movements called dynastic movements. Let us learn about the tropic movements in detail. Tropic movements can be classified into 5 types. They are phototropism. It is the movement of plants in response to light. The movement of the shoot of plants towards the light is an example of phototropic movement. Geotropism. It is the movement of plant parts towards the soil. This is the characteristic of root system. The root always move in the direction of Earth's gravity. Hydrotropism. It is the movement of plant roots towards the water source. Chemotropism. It is the movement of plants in response to a chemical stimulus. A classic example is the growth of the pollen tube towards the ovule during the process of fertilization in a flower. Thigmotropism. It is the directional movement in plants in response to touch stimulus. Tendrils of plants climb around any support which they touch. Nastic movements. Nastic movements are plant movements that occur in response to environmental stimuli like temperature, humidity, light irradiance. Nastic movements are non-directional responses. Unlike tropic movements, the direction of response is not dependent on the direction of the stimulus. For example, the leaves of a touch-me-not plant fold up immediately when touched. These kinds of changes occur due to the changes in the amount of water in the leaves. Depending on the quantity, they either swell up or shrink. Our touch acts as a stimulus here. Some chemicals are released from the stem when we touch the plant. These chemicals force water to move out of the cell, leading to the loss of turgor pressure. As a result, the leaves droop. Plant hormones or phytohormones. Plant hormones or phytohormones are responsible for the control and coordination of plants. There are different types of hormones which affect the growth of a plant. Phytohormones are chemical compounds which are released by stimulated cells. These hormones are diffused around the plant cells. Other cells around the stimulated cells have special molecules to detect the presence of the phytohormones released. Phytohormones have important roles in cell division, cell enlargement, cell differentiation, fruit growth, falling of leaves, ripening of fruits, aging of plants, etc. The different types of phytohormones are auxins. They help in the cell growth at the shoot tips. By elongating the cells, they help in the growth process. Gibberellins. These hormones are responsible for the cell growth in the stem, seed germination and flowering. Cytokinins. They promote the cell division in plants. They also promote the opening of stomata and delay aging in leaves. Abscisic acid. This hormone inhibits the growth of the plant and therefore it promotes dormancy in seeds and buds. The detachment of fruits, flowers and falling of leaves etc. are promoted by this hormone.